Hi, it's Tiffany. It is time for episode 4 of the Silver Lining series. I have been MIA for a little bit, but that is because we have been working very hard on the cookbook to get it ready. So, the third proof of the paperback copy is in the mail right now. It's supposed to come tomorrow, and pending that it looks good, we'll be able to release it for sale. So, stay tuned. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we are going to work through this episode. Go into presentation mode here. All right, we have a Silver Lining series transforming my experience into your empowerment. And these are my recommendations based on my personal experiences as a patient and a provider. I am a nurse at a pediatric hospital. And for background, if you are new to my channel, I had a bilateral TJR and three-piece Lafort in September of 2024 and a revision in October of 2025 because my hardware broke in my Lafort. So this one is episode 4, stuff worth buying, in my opinion. So there's a lot of recommendations people make for things to help during your recovery or preoperatively. And it gets a little overwhelming because you feel like you're just burning money when you don't have it. So, um, I just did a lot of screenshots from Amazon. That's where I got most of my stuff. Plus, in this view, you can see everything about it and also the price, which helps. So, this migraine relief cap I used over the top of some other ice packs, which I'll show you later. But I found that really helped with the tension headaches, especially in my temporalis muscles across the top of my head. So I would highly recommend these. They don't stay cold for very long, but they are effective. And then I never pulled it down all the way over my eyes. I would kind of keep it on like a hat. It was a little tight at first, right after surgery, but the compression I was able to tolerate pretty shortly after. This wedge, I probably the biggest thing I had a love-hate relationship with. I used it religiously and noticed a huge difference in how I felt when I did sleep elevated, which Dr. Movahead requires for 4 weeks after surgery. I ended up doing it for much longer than that because whenever I laid flat, I would wake up very swollen, and then I would actually notice changes in how I could move my face and even in my sensation because the swelling would impact the nerves. So, I most definitely recommend getting a wedge that has the leg pillow as well. If not, you're gonna like first off slide down it all of the time, but then secondly, it's just kind of painful for your lower back, so that alleviates some of the pain there. I actually didn't use the neck pillow with this. I used like a white fuzzy blanket and wrapped it around my neck, kind of like one of the like memory ribbons or cancer ribbons. It kind of did that like arch around. Um, and that really helped. The pillow that comes with this was too big for my neck. Oh, a blender. This probably comes as an obvious one. I really like the Ninja kitchen system. It's like an all-in-one food processor and blender. The reason I like this one is because you are also doing a lot of dicing and cutting before you cook your food as you start to progress into the softer chew diets. And so having the blender that does the dicing is really, really nice because I found that the repetitive motion of chopping vegetables actually flared up my pain in my neck muscles when I was so sensitive after recovery. Juicer. I would say if there's anything on this list that's a little bit bougie, and you can get by without it, I would say it's the juicer. Um, I had mine as a gift, and that's why I made this, is a lot of people ask what they can do to help. So, maybe this is something you wouldn't splurge on for yourself, but if someone who loves you is asking how they can support you, tell them this is something that you would benefit from. So I really missed the taste of raw vegetables during this entire process because everything needs to be so cooked down to be so soft. But it was really great that I could juice carrots and celery. And you can even throw in just other vegetables to make it have that like raw vegetable taste. And it's also really good nutrition as well. So you can drink the juice straight or you can add it into smoothies, which I did both of. And this was the one that I purchased and I really liked it. It cleans up really nicely and it's lasted for quite a while. It's been a good buy. Ice packs. So on the left there, Dr. Movahead provides a, I don't know if it's called a jaw bra or what, but it's the Velcro that wraps around your head, and then there's sleeves on either side for these wonderful little ice packs that you can place in there. I would hope that every surgeon's office supplies those. But I would wear that, and then I would wear my migraine cap over the top, and then as you can see, I did ice packs kind of on the underside too. I really like the softer ice packs. The ones that get hard really aren't beneficial at all. In the middle picture there, I'm actually wearing like a water cooling system, which is on the next page. But I really wanted to show these pictures just to show that you can like layer your ice packs and you don't need to just use one at a time. And then I also got one of those ice rollers. So nice. This one I'm actually icing after my revision from my broken hardware. I had a non-union in my Lafort, and so they took bone from my chin to use as a graft up in my cheeks. And so I was icing that area, but the roller was nice after the first surgery too, because I wouldn't say you really don't want to roll too much across your cheeks, but just holding it there is really nice. It's got a good shape to just hold. Um, you can see there I'm using my shirt to hold it so that I don't have to hold my arm up. Here's the cold water therapy. This is the product that I purchased. This one I actually did not use after the first surgery because the like face pad that you have to purchase separately. So most definitely get a pad that fits for your face. Um, but the way you have to Velcro it on in order for it to be tight enough to actually provide contact with my face to provide the ice, it was so tight that it caused me to be in pain. I've never heard anyone else say that though, so I might have just been being a little bit dramatic about it. But after the second round of surgeries, I loved this thing. It was so nice for just recovering from the Lafort and not the joints as well. Um, I used it constantly, so definitely recommend getting one of these as well. It stays colder longer, which is nice. But do make sure whatever system you buy also has a face pad. Pill crusher, this is really nice for the first few weeks post-op when you are syringing all of your medications in, because you're going to be taking a lot of pills and you most definitely can't fit them in your mouth. And so having some type of pill crusher um, to be able to mix it into beverages is a really good thing and necessary thing to have. Water pick. You want to be cautious with this after surgery because of your incisions in your mouth. So make sure you get cleared from your surgeon to use it. I actually used this a ton before surgery because of all the food getting stuck in your braces. And then I liked this one because there's gentle settings on it and you think like that you'd use when you have braces. Um, but you do want to make sure your surgeon says it's okay for you to use it. I liked it because I couldn't get really far back with a toothbrush, but I could get in with that because it's much thinner. And then it also almost felt like a cheating way to floss, which was nice. And then a mini exercise bike. So I wasn't cleared to do any cardio, which I don't think most people are, for quite a while because you have a high risk of passing out or just getting dizzy and falling, which could obviously be really bad if you hurt your face. So I did get permission to buy these pedals, and if you want to start getting some cardio in when they want you to be in a seated position, this is a good option for some people if your surgery is in the summer or if you live in a place where you can walk, which not on a treadmill. They don't want you on a treadmill for the same reasons of falling. Going on walks also accomplishes this cardio, but I really loved this little bike. And I remember when I got it before surgery, I was so disappointed because I was like, how am I supposed to get any sort of exercise with this thing? I don't feel it at all. But I was so deconditioned after surgery that just 10 minutes of this thing just wore me out. But it was good, not only physically, but like mentally and emotionally too, because I just needed to feel like I was moving. And so this really helped as well. I believe that's the last thing on my slide. I will go ahead and stop sharing, but I would love to hear in the comments any additional things. I tried to think of everything, but these were kind of like the high level things that really helped in my recovery. Please comment with, especially with links, of where you purchased items if you have additional things to add to the list. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.